Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Divine Debut 11, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on this Twin Flame Soulmate Wednesday love reading that we do every single Wednesday. And it is a yes please today, so you may be commenting yes please beneath the video if you want a personal love message. Now, why am I saying it's Divine Debut 11? It's always been from the beginning, from 2016 when this channel began. Divine Debut 11 is the channel, 11 is the portal. It is the beginning of my awakening since 2011, but I felt called to do another channel to transition towards Divine Debut 12, which we'll have different content there. We'll have timeless tarot readings, short tarot readings only. No astrology on that channel, only here. So you can subscribe to that channel, press the notification bell if you're interested in extra specific questions, because we'll be asking specific questions on that channel. Very quick readings randomly, not like Divine Debut 11. Divine Debut 12 is like the transition towards Divine Debut 13. Lisa, hello. Lisa commented yesterday, she said, but why? You're born on the 13th. Why not Divine Debut 13? And I said, well, 11 transitions to 12. Okay, so we've got to take it step by step. We can't jump over to 13, right? So I guess that will probably be sometime in the future. I don't know what it'll be about, but for now, I will give you the link beneath this video so that you can join us there if you are so called to do so. All right, if you want, enjoy our tarot readings and the messages that come through. Okay, we'll be doing something different today. First of all, please like this video. This video is premiering and I'm with you in the chat. Do not comment in the chat section, only beneath the video, so that I could get back to you. Give me a couple of days. I do, as the video is premiering and you're all thinking, you're all concentrating on the reading, I get to take your personal messages and fill in your comments with your own personal question. So continue to comment beneath if you want a personal message. Remember that take those messages with a grain of salt, and whenever you see those cards, those specific messages coming out in any of these readings, then in this reading, in that particular reading where you've got the same message, there must be something in there for you. All right, so thank you for your support always. A special thank you to my patrons. Today I will be doing the eclipse analysis, which we've talked a lot about, but we'll be looking at the chart and being more specific, as we're still ahead of one eclipse ahead of us on the 28th. So in 3 days from now, we've got a lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. Okay, so we're still in those eclipse energies. Remember, they're very challenging, especially when eclipses happen when they happen in Earth, in fixed signs. Earth and fixed signs, they're much more powerful. Okay, so I wanted to get a Karma Dharma message for you, but as we are shuffling this deck, let this deck sit for a moment. Now, we're using the Kippa Oracle. I'm going to set out the cards. Yeah, set out the cards, and we'll see the past, present, and future through of course, intuition, through the illustrations, through the meaning of the cards. Remember, everyone reads the cards differently, so one card has got so many different messages, and when we interact, when the cards interact with each other, we obviously have different messages coming through depending on the reader, depending on the intuition and the energies. Remember, we read generally here for many of you, so it's not a personal reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can get all the details beneath this video. So our website, divinedebut11.net, we do offer many different types of readings. Tarot with astrology, they're called the deluxe readings. Astrology analysis, birth analysis, we do a lot. And of course we've got the VSP, Venus Star Point reading, if you're interested to see if your person, what kind of a relationship you have with your person potentially, and based on the research of Ariel Goodman and her book Venus Star Rising. Plus always we have to use our intuition. So I've looked at my very important relationships, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's a family relationship, co-workers, right? People, friendships with friends. It's only through the birth date we could see what type of a relationship it is, whether it is a soulmate relationship, a karmic, or a twin flame, potentially. Based, again, I'm going to say, off the research of Ariel Goodman. So please, Spirit, can you please guide us? Also, Divine Debut 12 readings are timeless. We ask specific questions. I've already done a reading there. Thank you for subscribing already. To my loyal, beloved followers, thank you so much. We are uploading our first video there. And of course, I kept the astrology of when I opened the channel, which was yesterday. It does make a very big difference. When we start something, when we launch something, we always have to look at that moment where the stars are. So if you've got an important decision, or you're needing to plan, set a date for, is it a house move? Is it opening up your own business? Is it for an engagement, a wedding ceremony, whatever it is? Always get advice from your astrologer. Look at the astrology, how the planets help or hinder before you plan or set that date. Very, very important. I was talking to a friend of mine, younger girl. She's an extended relative. And they set their wedding date for the 4th of November. And when they told me the date, I said, well, that's not a good day. You should always ask your astrologer before you plan or set a date for, important life changes, moves, initiations. She had no idea. I said, yes, that's what you need to do always. And well, even where selective surgery, let's say, elective surgery, I meant to say. So when you've got the potential to choose a certain time to do a specific surgery, if you can, check with your astrologer, okay, to see how the stars will align with your own personal birth chart. Okay, Archangel Michael and Archangel Lophiel, who came to me in my dream. It was a dream. I didn't even know that Archangel Lophiel existed, and then I looked her up many times. Archangel Lophiel can show up as a feminine or a masculine figure. Archangel Michael came to me I was awake. I was in between sleep and being awake. That was incredible. This happened to me around 2016-17, even though my awakening began in 2011. So this is what happens when you start to go through your awakening process. You start to feel into the energies, and I'm doing what my calling has asked me to do. I'm just following. It's the evolution of the soul, and I know many of you are evolving spiritually as well, through life challenges through love, through business, through finances. Now we know financially things are not easy. So that's finances, of course, can bear heavily on relationships. Even the lockdowns, right? They being in each other's face every day, not being able to go to work, all the environmental blockages, I'm going to say. You can't go to work, you can't put food on the table because you've lost your job, whatever it is, all has put a lot of strain on relationships, which has started sort of warlike energies with partners, with family members, so on and so forth. And gradually, as an evolution, and especially with the wars now, the initiation, the beginning of warlike energies, very much North Node Aries, South Node Libra, whether it's relationships between people or countries. Okay, it's all about the evolution. Okay, we're all going through Plutonian changes. So let's see where this important relationship is at right now. And that's why I don't like to put a date. I usually mention the date, but don't always get stuck on the date, because timing is never the same for each of us. And timing is relative. The now, the past, and the future many times are happening at the same time. Different timelines, right? Today is the 25th of October of 2023, but this message is important for you when you view the video, when you receive this message. So, my dearest archangels, please guide, where is this relationship? What is the potential for this relationship, this important union? Whether it's a karmic, a soulmate, or a twin flame. The general energy is marriage. And the marriage could speak to being in another marriage, or that there's a potential for a commitment, a serious relationship, nevertheless, with your person, or there could be other people involved. So, we talk about love triangles, secret love affairs. Everything plays into these Wednesday readings. So that's why I say always take the messages with a grain of salt. I do offer twin flame soulmate readings on my channel. Okay, so marriage is the general energy here. Let's start to formulate the spread and take it from there. Wow, this is the focal card, and we've got the Lovers. Obviously there are choices. Gemini comes through very strongly. Okay, logically this, because we're doing past, present, future. Okay, so let's see what's above that. We've got the main female. So if you are a female, this could be you, or if a certain female is on your mind, then this is them. If you're a divine masculine, this is the person you're thinking of. And we've got the Child. Okay, let's start to build. Oh, wow. And And as I said, the general energy is the marriage card. And we've got change pertaining to a marriage or a commitment, or the what the relationship is about. So there's an evolution or transition pertaining to this relationship, or change and possible movement. I mean, the change card shows like the Chariot. This could also speak to a house move, moving in together, moving towards or transitioning towards something more long-term, a commitment possibly, unexpected income. So yes, and the money can play a big part where commitments and relationships are concerned. The unexpected income is a possibility for a new home. I do notice the Pentacle here. So the Pentacle can be a commitment or a relationship or a new home. And of course, it could also speak to business, where someone is, they're being given more money financially, they're becoming more stable, and it's very unexpected. So therefore, they can make the changes, move towards something much more serious. But I also see reciprocity in this. It's like a give and take, like the Six of Pentacles, very similar to that. So I don't know if this is a payout, this is some sort of separation, someone paying out, a divorce settlement, needing, anyway, like a sort of a karmic exchange, karmic return, divine return. Yes, this could be the case. Let's see what's going on. Please give me a moment as I'm focusing on the cards. So past, present, and future. As I'm tuning in, let's see what the Karma Dharma is. Dear Spirit, please guide me. Please guide me. Okay. I'm going to give you an overall message straight off the bat, and then we will sort of hone in and tune in a bit better. So what I'm thinking here, looking here, is that okay, there was a lot of happiness in the past. You felt very, very lucky with this connection, and concerning your person. You felt very lucky, very, very happy. There was love on both sides, I must say, and obviously felt like a fated turn of events. And things always happen for a particular reason. And some of you, of course, may have been dealing, obviously, with a foreigner. Surely, I do see flirtation and happiness where this relationship is concerned, but then it took a negative turn. And there was a lot of falsehood, and I feel that there was secrecy from your person. I do feel like it took a negative turn where the choice that was made between, because there was a choice, your person did have a choice between you and another person. And I don't know if they were already in another commitment. So this may have been a secret love affair. So it took a radical, difficult turn, as there was some sort of an injustice pertaining to you. It feels as though your person possibly made a choice on the grounds of stability, so financial stability possibly, and needed more security in their life. So they invested not in your relationship, and this was the difficult turn that you went through pertaining to your relationship. So some sort of a breakup. You felt as though you were, your happiness was stolen because of another person, another individual. Now, something that possibly also, maybe they felt lucky in the financial sector, or maybe, they felt as though they made the right choice. But I feel that that took also a difficult turn for them, that they realized that they had invested in the wrong person. But I do see a possible, they built a family. The gift here comes from childhood hands. So the gift for them maybe was a child. We do see the child here as well. So maybe their choice also was pertaining to a child, or even a marriage where there was a child or a pregnancy. But I feel as though they realized very quickly that they had made the wrong choice, and they've had to grow and mature, because I feel as though at this point it's like things are trying to change. It's like there was a stop put. They stopped investing. They stopped investing in their first relationship, but maybe there was like a very coldness between them and their person, but they stayed possibly because of a child, or because of the gifts that this potentially relationship was giving to them. And maybe also, their relationship, their marriage may have also been with business. So I get a mixture of business and living conditions. So two people staying together now because of the business, because of the financial status and prosperity. But I feel that that's also taken a bit of a turn. And it feels like quite a journey. I feel that there's been a lot of falsehood and lies and possible deception from your person. They haven't come clean, they haven't been truthful with you. Possibly also pertaining to their emotions concerning you. And I feel that that's sort of the karmic lesson that they received, because their choice was based on what they could get. It was very ego-centered, right? It was all about them and not about you. And I feel that they've, it was like karma. Their punishment came quite quickly. Their lessons, I don't want to use the word punishment, but their karma. Let's see, because I do feel that your person was possibly also following in the footsteps of their father, possibly also holding on to a business. So they had heavy responsibilities and sort of very traditional in following the way things were always done in their home and in their family. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So we've got 2 cards. We've got Rebuild, Teach, and Shine. So we've got Leo, Taurus, and Mars. So Mars would speak to Scorpio, as well as Scorpio and Aries, and also Aquarius. So we've got strong fixed energies. Remember the eclipses, and I'm starting to heat up. I'm starting to get really hot in here as I'm, like a printer does, recalibrate. I'm sort of feeling the heat under my collar, if we could say that. So I get pressure. I get the notion of a lot of pressure, being under a lot of stress, a lot of strain. What can I say? I could read just so much in each card. I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and also for your donations. If you so called to support this channel, it really does help us survive. So we've got Taurus. Taurus is where the North Node, Taurus Scorpio, I'm going to say, yes. The eclipses, we're in the eclipse energies, no doubt. We've got strong ego, we've got energies that will bring a metamorphosis. There's sudden change, sudden revelations. Some of you may also connect with your person if they're at a physical distance through social media, the internet. There is a lot of spying through social media, someone's account. There's going to be a sudden turn of events, shocking, unexpected changes. There's rebellion. There's sudden change where someone's been stuck. We've got Taurus. Taurus is fixed earth. Okay, this is where the eclipse is happening. And remember that Taurus is the Hierophant. It speaks to marriage. It also speaks to a spiritual advisement, a spiritual connection, conservatism, someone being in a position of power, holding the power within the family, someone who may also own their own business, right? A corporate environment. Speaks to heavy responsibilities, yes. Taurus is the natural second house, which speaks to self-worth, plus also what I've got in the bank. So, with fixed signs comes strong ego. Shine and Leo speaks to success, but it also speaks to flirtation, creation, romance. It speaks to leadership. It speaks to confidence, confidence or a lack thereof. I get a lot of ego, a lot. So I get someone wearing a mask, your person wearing a mask, putting on a brave front where internally, where their self-worth, is concerned, I feel that there's a sense of lack there, and it may stem from their childhood or needing to fit into the shoes of their ancestor, their father, their mother, whoever was the successful one in their family. And obviously that doesn't help when someone lives under the name of an existing successful family member, father, mother. But as you know, the Tower moment, a Tower moment speaks to a possibility to rebuild and change, where romance, where creativity, remember Leo speaks to the inner child as well. It speaks to flirtation, fun, taking a risk, taking a gamble. Maybe your person did not want to take a gamble, did not want to risk. Maybe your relationship was a risk factor for them, whether it would have cost them their name, their reputation, or their pocket. And I feel that that's where the lesson is pertaining, and it's a very specific message that comes through. We're going to hear something. I've got my right ear is buzzing. It's buzzing. You're going to hear something which is going to be very shocking. You're going to hear, you're going to see something is going to take a sudden turn. And this eclipse obviously will close a two-year cycle with Taurus, Scorpio eclipses. Now it's North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. Are we willing to fight for our relationship? Does the relationship fit you, or have you outgrown it? Has there been justice or injustices? Has there been equal flowing reciprocal energies between you and your person or not? Now it's Aries. Aries speaks to cardinal fire. North Node is never easy. We're all part of the collective, and the North Node is in Aries. Now you've probably got your North Node in another sign, depending on your birth chart. If you're interested in me doing your chart for you, it is a free service. You can just send me your birthday, your place of birth, and your exact time of birth if you've got that, and I could just email it back to you. You can write to us, divinedebut11@gmail.com, to see where your North Node is. So where are you coming from, which is the South Node? So collectively we're coming from Libra. Libra is about peace, harmony, and is not your typical Aries energy. Aries is the warrior. Aries is Mars ruled. Libra is Venus. Venus is, she wants peace. She wants reciprocity. She doesn't want to, how can I say, make the waters rough pertaining to your relationship. So she sort of tries to, hold back on what she really wants. Libra, the energy, energetically speaking, the Libra is all about keeping on to the peace. And the peace speaks to, what others, what does my partner need? It's always, Libra is always trying to maintain through trying to keep the peace and not make waves in the relationship. But it's not about what I want. Libra is what I need. I need to be happy within myself so I can join my partner, and we could be two people that are happy in themselves, that are willing to, take a risk, to take the challenge, to go on this journey, to discover. Aries is enthusiastic. It's, I'm going to take action. I desire this, and not let me sit back and see if my partner's okay with it. We need to have two whole people to come together. Otherwise, when there's a chip on our shoulder, we cannot, and that at some point, that crack within the relationship will at some point come to the surface, okay? And it's the beginning of the end. So where matters of love are concerned, where also ego, I'm going to say ego and vanity and fixed energies, there will be changes. There will be sudden transition and change. Remember what I said about the reading. I do feel that your person has realized that they were coming from a place of ego, right? And they invested in the wrong person for financial purposes, security purposes, and of course fixed signs need security, especially Taurus, which is the Venus ruled sign, Taurus, which is what I've got in the bank, okay? And that's a very shallow sense of self-worth. When I've got money in the bank, then I'm worthy of being respected, and I've made a name for myself in the community. But that's a hollow, an emptiness, a sense of emptiness where emotions are concerned. We cannot invest in something that has got no soul. Money is soulless. Relationships, people have a soul, and we need to connect with people and not have money as our God, right? So heavy lessons I get here. All right, let's see what's going on from the past. As I said, I will tell you the story, but more so the main picture here. In the middle of the reading, we've got the Lovers. So the Lovers does speak to a divine union, but it also, and of course, a very strong sexual connection. But the Lovers is also choices, okay? So in the past, we see the family room. So this would speak to someone's personal life, their home life, possibly also what they do not share with other people. We've got great fortune. So a home, let's say, set up pertaining to the riches, okay? Something like someone feeling that they've striked it lucky, okay? Because it speaks to great fortune, but it is very much the Jupiterian card for me. And the great fortune also on another level, because the family room could speak to a lot of happiness, intimate happiness. So whether this is your person and their personal life, or even your personal life, I'm going to say, because Jupiter can speak to justice or injustices or fated changes. a possible ending and a new beginning, yes? We've got courtship here, and courtship is like the Two of Cups. Having met your person, let's say. Because, okay, I may mix you up because I'm going from their past connection and how sort of it evolved. But if this is their personal life and they felt very lucky, we see the courtship, which is the Two of Cups. And yes, of course, it can speak to an agreement. Yes, of course, it can speak to a promise of marriage, right? Because of wealth. If we're talking about your person with their other spouse connection and even business partner, even business partnership being intertwined in their relationship. But on another level, they were making an agreement. Let's say they were sort of signing on the dotted line when they possibly met you, because this is like it's like an agreement or falling in love or finding, your soulmate. Two of Cups, very important love connection, speaks to emotions. For you, it was more of an emotional bond. I feel that for them, it was more of a business meeting. So two people putting their money together to build on something quite big. So we see the main female here, and I feel that this is your energy, okay? Because I feel that the privileged lady is the other person. So we see the imprisonment here, the blockages, and because we've got the mice here, it speaks to like an energetic blockage, right? The mice speaks to deficiency or a sense of loss or worry or third parties, gossip. And then we've got the thief. So it's like them having blocked you, literally or metaphorically, because, the thief is like the Seven of Swords. The privileged lady is here, so they were giving more to the privileged lady. And this was very underhanded. You knew nothing about it. Okay? The privileged lady is very, very similar to the Empress. So whether it's that this blockage was because of fate and because of a possible also pregnancy, but the Empress is not only pregnancy, she's also very abundant. So both factors could play into this. So where you thought you could have felt abundant, that you were their Empress, there was underhanded things going on that you knew nothing about. Okay, so things going on beneath the table, yeah. This is in the past. I don't know how recent or how distant. This is the now. So we see where privileges, and even this privileged lady is concerned, there's a lot of concern. So, and I'm wondering, because the thief is also next to the privileged lady, which means that maybe their spouse was in it for the money as well. So, there's just so many messages coming through. So because we see a divine masculine figure here connected to the wealthy man, which I feel is your person. Now, it doesn't mean that for everyone, your person is a wealthy man. It could be someone that's got a wealth of emotions, or someone that wants to become wealthy. Someone that, he holds a top hat, so someone who's a little bit of a VIP, or they've got a certain reputation that they need to continue, high expectations within their community, so on and so forth. But anyway, there are concerns, because we do see on the wealthy man, above them is lots of concerns pertaining to their home, pertaining also to, I'm going to say, their personal life as well. Now, the concern is next is the house, which reminds me of the tower, but it could be a home, it could be a business. It could be both a home or even someone's reputation. So, their securities, their reputation in their community. Anything to do with investments and anything to do with a building, what they've invested in, if they've invested in property. The house is logically a very positive card, but it is also, it says house and not home for me. So I get that it's not so much about their personal life, or if it is their house and their home, they don't feel at home in their house, if you get what I mean. There's a sense of coldness. Now, of course, the house could also speak to an institution of marriage, a government agency, or a court building, a building where there's the courthouse, or something to do with paperwork and legalities, because there's lots of concern. Remember, the great fortune is Jupiter, and Jupiter can also speak to separation, if not, coming together with someone. But it does speak to divine timing, nevertheless. So there's lots of concerns pertaining to their home, and I'm going to say, because the house could speak to your relationship for you, there's lots of concerns. Now, the concerns could be from them and from you. But ahead, and this is the now position, there is a gift. There is an unexpected gift, and it comes from your person. Now, this gift could also be some good news pertaining to a court matter, a decision pertaining to a child, to their child. Because if they're going through possible separation, we've got the courthouse here, which could speak to a decision. And we've got the mature man. So this could also be someone that they deal with, your person deals with. Or this is, an advisor, or someone that they do business with. Nevertheless, it's a mature man. The mature man reminds me very much of the Hierophant. So I don't know if this is someone that is advising them. This could be a legal representative. This could be also their father, someone that's not feeling well, an elderly person within their family that's not feeling well. All the advice that they're getting is not good advice. And it is connected to a loss of finances, monies, theft, connected to this privileged lady as well. So I don't know also if this mature man would be also possibly a father figure to this privileged lady. So we see in the now, there are lots of worries, lots of dilemmas relative to what it is that they feel, or that you feel, is a gift. There is a possibility here of a gift, but it brings also some dilemmas as to needing to make a choice and decisions around a divorce settlement, or a separation, or a separating assets and things like that. So lots of challenging energies here. Now, I'm going to say this, for some of you, there could also be 4 people involved here. Some of you may also be in a similar situation. The mature man could also be someone that you are, it could be an ex of yours. This is what I'm getting. So the dilemma may not be only from your person, but also from you, or from one person, or your person, or just you. Take the messages as they resonate, please. So there is a lot of concern. It speaks to bad help. It's more psychological, I would say. But yes, there is also a potential of, because we've got the coffin here, the death card. This is like the death card. We've got messages here, contracts, the courthouse, and bad health. So there is a possibility for some of you that someone could be in the process of passing. It is an elderly, someone that's not very healthy at this time. That may be for some of you, not all of you. So I don't know if someone's in the process also of fixing their will. And things like that could also be playing out here. So in the now, there's a lot of maturity, a lot of sobering energies, decisions, lots of decisions, possible legalities as well, things to do with contracts. Also, the courthouse reminds me of Libra, so dealing with past situations, which can relate also to communication, challenging communication relative to the past because of the imprisonment, the blockages here. Remember, the prison looks very much like sword energy, so things to do with your communication or a lack thereof, or someone not being on the up and speaking clearly and truthfully, which weighed very heavily on your relationship nevertheless. So the bad health leads on to, and the mature man is a number 5, which we've got the teacher there, teach. We see that the teacher has got an open book. Now, maybe someone wasn't an open book, maybe they were a closed book, and there's going to be a lot of clarity pertaining to things that were kept, right? And that could be part of the lesson here, that someone was not open, and it's like Spirit is breaking them open with a rebuild. It speaks to love being rebuilt. So second chances, rebuilding on a relationship, or someone rebuilding their life after a big breakdown, a big shock, a big revelation, because we know the Tower is not having built something that was very stable. So after the bad health, which speaks to psychologically not feeling it, I mean, the mature man is all about business, very grounded, focusing on business, focusing on, generally speaking, if this was the energy that's emanating from your person, it's like they've grown, they've aged through the challenges, I would say, or them becoming much more mature, pertaining to love, pertaining to reciprocating in relationships. Remember the courthouse, Libra, equal giving and receiving. So there's a foul taste, let's say, or a bitter taste pertaining to the past, connected to the ability to communicate with your person. That's why there's been sort of a maturing age. We see the mature man here. He's grown old. He's got grey, silvery hair. As I said, unless this is someone that is advising your person, and the advice is not very good, if that is the case. And what I mean by that is the advice is that your person will possibly be suffering. They'll be suffering with or dealing with financial distress, and because they'll need to pay money back, splitting assets is always financially draining, right? So I feel that your person is quite, energetically speaking, like it's not that you're not on their mind, it's that they've got other things that are going on with them. Now, not to say that there won't be a possible communication or a gift. The concern is about, I would say, maybe things to do with their home, but also your relationship. They do think about you. Remember, the concern is on top of the wealthy man. So they are thinking about your relationship. And even with the adjudication card here, it's like the concerns, yes, could be relative to the relationship or the separation with a spouse, or there's decisions nevertheless, whether they're facing a judge, whether they're seeking advice from a financial advisor, how to do things in the best possible way. But we see whatever the decision is, it's not an easy decision for them to make. And we see that not hiring and despair. Now, the worry could also be if financial, but it can also be relative to their child. So maybe some sort of a decision that will be very concerning for them based on what's going on with their child. Because we see a lot of worry around their child and around the connection, to a divorce settlement. Now, on another level, yes, there may be a lot of worries that's going on with your person, but I also feel here with a message, it does speak to a message. Not only is it legalities, so there will be communication, it will be, probably, because I feel that there will be a sense of happiness in the near future. Your person is going through some sort of tension, and they're probably missing you as well, I'm going to say. What they probably want, because the child is connected with you, what they probably want is a new beginning, but they've got dealings, financial issues and challenges where their child or this new beginning is concerned. Not everyone has a child, but the child speaks to fun, it speaks to potential and happiness, a new cycle. Okay, but there is going to be a metamorphosis and an ending. Of course, if, whatever they're dealing with, your person, whatever they're dealing with. Now, the communication between you and your person could be about what's going on in their life. They could be sharing also with you that they've lost a certain family member. Probably through some sort of a medical condition around Alzheimer's. That's what I get with a false person, but the false person could also be sabotage, lies, deception, them not being totally open with everything, or what they're communicating with you is that they've put an end to the deception. I mean, the falsehood of this privileged lady, because she was very negative, a very negative connotation or influence for them and in their life. That's what I get with the false person. The false person is like, there's distrust. It's like you will probably have news and communication from your person that will be very unexpected and very shocking. It's like you're going to be saying, let me pinch myself. I don't believe that this is actually happening. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. Don't forget to leave your yes please comments beneath the video, and thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing, and your donations. Thank you so much, my darlings. I'm just having my coffee. Enjoyed talking with you and sharing what's going on with you. And don't forget, we've got another channel, Divine Debut 12. You can get the link straight to the channel beneath the video. We're almost towards the end of the year, everyone, so 2023 has just flown by. Let's see how the astrology helps or hinders. Courtship, lovers, and message. There is going to be a communication about the past and about a potential for a meeting, or even, the beginning of your friendship, because the courtship we see, yes, it's similar to the Two of Cups, but it's also a meeting. It could be information or communication concerning a past meeting with your person. Karma hasn't been easy. Obviously, a second person has come into their life or your life and your life. There's some sort of lesson some sort of lesson in this. And I'm going to say for them, this person probably this privileged lady probably showed up because they needed to understand what's more important in their life. And of course, this child had to be birthed. Now, this may not be a birthing, an actual child, as I said. This beginning had to happen at this time because the great fortune speaks to the wheel of fortune, and that is divine timing as well. There's still a lot going on. There's specks of light and happiness coming in. There will be communication, but not everything will be out in the open here. We've still got Scorpio and Neptune energies here. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces, or even a Cancer. Remember, water signs are very sensitive. They don't open up easily. Let's see how the astrology helps or hinders. Void, of course, moon, and this card has just been showing up all the time. It's been showing up a lot. So it's like how do I describe this? An emptiness, a sense of such quiet that, it's deafening, a deafening silence. Yeah, that's how I like to describe this card. Something is missing. And I just keep getting that song, Something's Missing in My Life, Baby, It's You. I don't even remember who sings it. Just let me know if that comes to you. It's an oldie. But there's information also that's missing pertaining to someone's personal life. Maybe someone also, your person, is not trusting their intuition. It's like something is just telling them something is missing, a piece of information, some truth. Something is missing. It's like a piece of the puzzle that is missing. 12th house and escape. The 12th house being the Pisces house. It's also the house of secret love affairs and karma, but also a divine and a very spiritual house. I'm going to say also it's the house of dream and sleep. So pay attention to your dreams as I'm doing this reading. We've got a Pisces moon. Someone is trying to escape an ending, trying to stretch a certain situation, or escaping from the truth, trying to escape from the truth that smack bangs right in their face. Not wanting to see something. It's the Hanging Man. It looks like your person is being pushed to see things from a different perspective. Remember, Pisces is also very false. Excuse me. Can be very false, very very sacrificing. Spirit is saying surrender and just let go with the flow. Someone could also be drinking to escape a difficult situation. Drinking, taking drugs, binging, eating. It's incredible. I get the devil energy here. And the 12th house. It does speak to endings, though. It's a major ending of a karmic cycle or something like that going on. And what I see here is also the shell, which is like the cyanotic cycle of Venus. It's like repetition going around. Something needs to be perfect. Remember, Venus is the goddess of love. She can be the goddess of war as well. But Venus is also practical matters. She does rule Taurus. Money matters. And we also see the moon here as well. So a lot to do with depth, the psyche, emotions, secrets. And we've got Taurus I have. My goodness. Taurus I have. Taurus needs security. Now, it's interesting because we've got Pisces and Taurus, water and earth, yin energies, recessive. And I think that around this eclipse, we need to be much more nurturing and open, because there's a lot of feminine energies, a lot of yin energy, which says to me, a lot of yin energy in the at the time of the eclipse. I did press the stop. Oh, that's interesting. Oh my goodness. Something's going on here. I cannot stop the clock. Oh, that's interesting. What do? I silence. I have my phone silenced. Oh, please stop. That's weird. Okay, I don't know what to do here, so... Okay, I managed. Oh, that is weird. I'm wondering, and I forgot what I was saying, but I'm wondering if things have been playing up with you concerning the internet and things like that. It's been happening a lot for me recently. And I've heard it from others as well, and that was just another moment of it. So, how does that... What I get there, because I put the timer to stop. Something is not stopping. Something is continuing. Now, Taurus rules music. Taurus rules everything that we love. It rules flowers, beauty, perfume. It is Venus, right? Venus. We've got two, Pisces is where Venus is exalted. So it's like, yeah, because the 12th house is Pisces, it's the imagination, it's the dream, whereas Taurus is the reality. There is a potential to make this relationship a reality. What's beneath here? And we've got I am Aries, and Aries is Mars ruled. So we've got Venus and Mars. Now they're in good aspect as we're doing this reading. But remember, it's the North Node here. It's Aries I am, and I'm going to do what it is that I desire. I'm going to take that challenge. I'm going to take that journey. There will be enthusiasm, but there will also be warlike energies. I'm going to fight for this. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Let's see, because we've got the marriage here, change, unexpected income, the journey, an abundant journey. We see the top hat again here. And it is a 10, just like I was talking about the great fortune. There's the distant horizon. So an abundant journey maybe begins, a change towards marriage or something more long-term, because this is what we've been dreaming of. And we see the broken anchor. It's rusty. It's rusty, like it's run its course. Now it's broken. The ship is on its way. This is a very positive card indeed. We've got the mature woman, and we've got a mature man here now. The privileged lady is like the Empress, but she doesn't look old in this deck. Here we've got the mature woman, we've got the mature man. For some of you, this could be a long time happening. So this may be something that we're looking back to quite a few years. Okay, so I want to take a couple of cards. I want to see what this coffin is. There we go. It's an ending of a marriage. It is an ending of a marriage. It is an ending of a contract. What is the false person? Community. So someone that was supportive was not really supportive. Also, possibly your person not wanting the community or the people that they deal with to know what's going on for them. Now, this could also mean that some of you may have clarity pertaining to something that was not true through community, through others. So this is like a facade, wearing a mask where the community is concerned. So the community not knowing, or whether this is for you or your person. Let's see what the bad health is. Toil and labor, someone that works really hard. Or someone taking the business from someone that's not in good health. The mature man, someone with high honors, someone well known in their community, someone that's worked really hard, they've made a name for themselves. What's the thief? A message of concern. Yeah, so some of you have found something out in the past that was concerning, something that your person kept from you. What's the imprisonment? Because the imprisonment could be a contract as well that sort of blocks your relationship. We've got the change. Change and the chariot. Change, so your person's life transitioning, which brought blockages to your relationship, or maybe this is saying that recently in the past there's been change pertaining to the blockages concerning you and your person. And there may also have been news, depending on when you're watching this, news concerning what was negative for you and in the past. Something that was not known to you has been known from the recent past, let's say. Let's look at your wealthy man. Unexpected income. So you see, unexpected income. They're either coming in, or they're needing to pay money out, or they're dealing with some karma. What's the house about? And the journey, the abundant journey. Yes, so possibly, so this is in the now position. It's like an abundant journey begins, maybe in divine timing. Now, this abundant journey has got to do with an ending of a business or a contract between your person and the other. What's that concern? Concern about a new pathway. A potential ending, because that's a very Plutonian card. It shows the butterflies, but the path opens up. What is the Lovers about, please, Spirit? What's the Lovers about? Which is the general energy. We've got expectation. It's like a divine feminine waiting on her person to make up their mind. I do see the expectation of someone being single, like the Nine of Pentacles. Someone needing to be single. What is the courthouse about? We've got the mature woman. Remember the decision? I said the courthouse could be a decision. Now the mature woman and mature man, they could also be parents of your person on another level. And again, if this is you, then you may be needing to make a choice. Maybe you're potentially going through a separation or a divorce. We've got the mature man and the mature woman together, and we've got the high honors here. Or that, they belong together, because we've got the courthouse, which is very much like the Libra energy. What is that courtship about? So some of you may have connected through your occupation, or a meeting may have been very difficult if you were at a physical distance. What is this despair about? Yeah, wealth. About feeling very unlucky. What about the adjudication? Yeah, something is going to be official, and a decision, a separation, a divorce, settlement. The official person reminds me of a decision. Yes, it's 22. So a potential to separate, 22 is the path opening. It's a dilemma. It brings opportunities as well. A decision concerning travel as well. What is the news about? The distant horizons, the dream. It's like the wish fulfillment. What you've wished for, it's showing up in the horizon. The child with a main male. I do see a single father with a child, or a very strong connection between a father and their child. The main male would be the person, your person, right? Unless you're a male and then this is you. There's a potential for a new beginning, a new cycle, and happiness. What about this gift? That this person, your person is thinking about you. They may be ready to do something crazy. I get the Aquarian energy here because it's a 16, just like the rebuild. That maybe they've had like an aha moment that they want to rebuild with you. But they can only do that once they're single. What is the community about? We've got poverty. So maybe there's a lack of support here. Poverty can also speak to money. So issues pertaining to the community or to their environment because of falsehood, because of things going on behind the scenes. The community could also be connected to their spouse or their ex. So where reciprocity is concerned, there is no connection between the two of them. The emotions are very, this is like the Four of Pentacles, like the miser. So no love at all. And also, I'm going to say the community could also be the connection between their person and someone in their community. So I get that your person's spouse or ex is also connected to someone else. That's what I get here. But also this speaks to financial hardships. Let's see emotionally where the psyche is concerned. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, my dear friends, and connecting with me. Tell me if you enjoyed this reading. It's not an easy reading, not at all. But I thought I would do something different for you this time. I want to look at your emotions, what's going on in your psyche, your subconscious, first of all. Pause, free will, and union. You're waiting on your person to become free, or you're waiting on your freedom so that you could connect to your person, so that you could be in union with your person. Maybe you're dealing with some karma as well, because this is the Pisces energy. Pisces, Aquarius I get here. I don't know if this is talking about that season coming up early 2024. And let's look at your person's psyche. Destruction. They're having a tower moment, an aha moment. They want forgiveness. Maybe they're needing to forgive themselves. And there's the conclusion. They find the key. They're dealing with an open wound. The wound is something that they've been holding from their past, something to do with their childhood. Maybe they're hoping for a second chance with you, right? The key is a resolution. It's also freedom. So they may be coming out of a difficult, freeing energy. For you, it's not as hard if you're coming out of another relationship. This is what I see. They get humbled really heavily here, okay? And we've got summer. So I don't know if this was going on during the summer. This is my Leo card. Someone's vanity has been humbled greatly. Yeah, the divine masculine is in heavy contemplation. They're seeing things now from a higher perspective. Let's take some love messages, some thoughts of theirs, and we will leave this reading. Not make it too long. I just get carried away. I'd like to hear, do you enjoy these long readings? And what do you get from these? Okay, let's see what's going on. What's going on? Let's get into their head. I hope that I'm not connecting with your thoughts. Okay, I've had enough. You're blocked. I don't want to be the third person. You are very attractive. I don't know if I can keep my hands off you. Someone is very connected, very sexually connected. There's a lot of desire. Remember, we're still in eclipse energies. Full moon in Taurus. I have, it says, something is completing so that we could have something that's much more stable and more secure and more loving. Taurus is stable. It's stability. I had been dreaming about you before I met you. Let's elope. Let's try again. I love you. It was wonderful. We had fun, but I must now move on. Ouch. That could be to an ex. You grew a flower in my heart, which I call love. I love my freedom. I cannot handle monogamy and being tied down to one person. If you're still interested, call me. Ouch. Waiting for you to make your choice. I won't be waiting forever. I'd weather any storm to be with you. Babe, I love you so. I needed more in my life. We did try, but we just couldn't find happiness. I'm sorry. And forever yours. I will leave it on that account. We've got more red than black, which is more towards the positive. Thankfully, the energies, even though they're very challenging and harsh as we're in eclipses, right? It's for our best. It's for the best for us and for the people in our lives. So I don't need your love no more. That really hurts. Now that really hurts. And that comes from, someone is coming from a place of ego, right? Very, very surely. I do see very hurt egos here. And that could be your person's ex or something that was going on between you and your person. And I do get also like a bit of a tug of war, like strong energies. It's like you match each other. But there are certain differences, obviously. You're not, there wouldn't be any excitement, right? If there wasn't opposing factors between you and your person. And if you were exactly the same, it would be very boring. So, what can I say? Exciting stuff, everyone. All right. I hope that this helps. Thank you so much. Keep your yes, please questions coming, and I will get back to you in the next 2-3 days for sure. Do join us on Divine Debut 12. You can get the link because it's hard to find the channel. It's only a new channel. Okay, so check us out. Subscribe there. We'll be uploading randomly timeless readings with a specific question. Okay, each time, very short, very quick videos for those who love quick videos and they don't have the time. Okay, so where is this relationship? There is great potential. I still feel as though there's a lot of clearing out to do. It's a journey of hard nerves, stress, anxiety, doubts, issues pertaining to self-worth. There has been disharmony, obviously, where there's third parties, where we don't share the same values, and now, sometimes we travel in a parallel way with someone, and then our paths tend to cross, but it depends on what we're wanting in our life, what it is, what our calling is. So our paths may cross, but then we may still continue on a parallel journey, and we wait until this journey again comes together. This is divine timing. This is Chronos and the perfect timing in time, okay, when it's meant to happen in this lifetime. So thank you, a special thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel always, and you can support this channel by donating, by liking, by sharing, commenting, subscribing here, Divine Debut 11 and Divine Debut 12. Thank you so much, everyone. Sending you my love and blessings. I will talk to you soon. Namaste.